Alright, welcome back everyone to yet another video. In this one, let's see what we'll do. First, what we're gonna do at least is we are gonna preload some stuff because we recently changed the variables that we are using to be soft references so that they are not loaded into the memory as soon as the game starts. Because that could make it so that there's long loading times whenever you start playing. We kind of don't want to do that. We want to manage our loading times so that we actually just load what's needed for the moment. The issue with this in this case is whenever I do a light attack, I load in the asset for the animation. So it's fine after I've attacked once. It's gonna like be loaded into memory. But as you can see, I'm not sure if you noticed, but in the last video I had to recompile the project, which means the animation was not loaded into memory the first time I test played. So the first time I attacked, I got like a delay until the attack animation actually played, because it had to load in. It was not a long delay, it was like a pretty short delay, but still, it was there. So what we should do instead is we should preload these, because it's just an array of animations, right? So in our character components, set up components. Gonna rename this actually. Set up mesh. Set up mesh components just to not confuse me, because we are already inside of a actor component. Add stuff to game state, set up owning character, and we are gonna make, actually we need a custom event for this. Custom event load attack animations. And it's gonna be an input of anim montage soft object reference array. Make a for each loop. From for each, we're gonna do async load assets. So we're gonna load them instantly here, and we're gonna make another variable called loaded attack animations. This is gonna be an array of actual object reference, so not soft object references. Completed, we're gonna add each one here. No, we need to cast to anim montage. And we might change this in the future because of one thing. I haven't packaged and tested this yet, so we might possibly theoretically run into an issue here. I'm a bit confused about how this works, but theoretically this should work. But if we, for instance, did this and then delay and then loaded, that would not work, because this delay is just going to re-trigger. But the async loads, I believe this loading time will be on different threads and every time, so even if it's a delay, this is technically like kind of a delay on a for each loop, so it should still work. So what we do here is we are loading the attack animations into here. So client load attack animations. So we're gonna client, no, actually we don't need to this delay. I'm not sure what I have this delay here for. Yeah, I see why. Yeah, let's just leave that now. For now, it's not a good solution. We'll leave it at that. Blind load attack animations, which we can't do there actually, because this needs to be triggered first. Unsure, this doesn't really do anything. That's probably something I tried to do in the beginning, but we're setting up the components here anyway. And this is its own rep notify. So we could do like this. This should still work if we have authority. Instantly gonna load that. Let me just see if that works. Yeah. But that's on the server actually. Yeah, so it didn't load into the client. Which is a bit weird, isn't it? Because this triggers instantly and it is a rep notify. So the reason it doesn't work is because these components don't exist yet. Because we are setting up those mesh components here. So the server loads in first. These mesh components gets created on the server. There's no delay here. So the server sets these mesh components and stuff. So I don't think I actually even need to rep notify this. Because we're not gonna change. Because I want to make a simple game, right? And the characters will be pre-made in this game, so you won't be able to like switch weapons and stuff. Or maybe I do want that to be possible. So the rep notify is to change things at runtime, right? But what if I don't hide this on the begin play on a authority node? Should work, I believe. Okay. So this is for switching at runtime, so I'm actually just gonna keep that. Let me pause for 1 second. Alright, sorry about that. Let's just go back to how it was. We're not gonna plug this in here. So this is the original setup. We're just gonna keep the delay here for now because I do kind of want this to be a rep notify because I might want to be able to change weapons. So that's for future proofing. We'll just leave it at that. But that's why you plan your game out ahead to know what functionality you want and stuff. I do not do that because I'm a noob. So we're just gonna keep that. And we're just gonna, this is not the way to do it. I'm just gonna do that for now. We're gonna do a delay from false. This is not a good solution. Do not do this. This is for prototyping. So just do it now for the tutorial, but understand that this is not the solution that we will be end up with. This is for the prototype. We will clean this up and make it proper logic later, but you do not want to have a delay at begin play and then another delay right here to wait for stuff, because there's no guarantee that this delay will actually be enough of a loading time. You could do like 10 seconds and that will definitely be enough, but it's not a clean and not a good solution. It's not how you should do it. We will clean it up later. As I said, it's for the prototype. So what we're gonna do here is we are gonna get our details, break, where do I even get the attacks from? There we go. We're gonna plug this in here. So this delay here is to let this have effect, basically. And remote, because we're co-op game, as I said, so we're gonna let the client know about its own attacks. That's fine. And now on try light attack, get current attack animation. We're gonna delete this because we don't need to load it here anymore. Instead, we're gonna get loaded attack animations. We're gonna do get, and the output here will be actually right down here. You can change from soft object to object reference. We're gonna plug this in here. That should work. It does not work. It works on the client, obviously. Yeah, because we need to do this always. So not only on the client. We're gonna do like this instead. Sequence. And we're always gonna do this. Now it works. So now we have preloaded our attack animations. So when the game starts, we're gonna load the relevant animations for each characters, but characters not in game or characters that aren't needed to have this are not gonna load them in. Actually, this is gonna be loaded in on the client character as soon as it's in the level. So it's everything that's in the level is gonna be loaded in. So we might add stuff to only, because if it's like an NPC that is using the character, it doesn't necessarily need to load in the attack animations at this point. But it's fine for the NPCs because we are not playing with the NPCs, so we don't need to preload them because the loading time is not that long and you're not gonna notice a difference on this anyway. Like you're not gonna know if it's just slow to attack you because it's not. We need to preload because it's input based and it's gonna feel weird if you need to load on the attack. But the NPCs are doing it automatically, so they won't complain about inputs, so that's fine. Alright, that's gonna be it for this video. I will see you in the next one.